Stems. We are back. I've got Rhea. I've got Trent. I've got Kelly. I've got Fran. All of us together.
That I'm here.
Yeah,
Yep.
all four of us.
Oh, yeah.
I said your name first.
I know. It meant a lot.
And we are happy to be back. The whole squad ready to talk about week 3 of The Bachelor. First, we want to thank Edible Arrangements. We don't have chocolate strawberries to shove down Trent's throat this evening.
I ate them all.
Because Ray's back.
Yeah.
Right.
The chair of chocolate strawberries has been replaced. Back with Maria here.
I'm sorry,
Sadly,
guys.
we couldn't make
next
room
time-
for the both of them.
Next time they'll be on my lap.
Yeah.
And I'll be feeding them.
They're
to
both
Trent's mom.
delicious, especially when covered in
Perfect.
chocolate.
Perfect.
2 weeks off. Feels like.
No, I know. It feels like a long time, but I'm not done
like a
talking
long
about
time.
edible arrangements.
Okay.
Holidays are
Shut the
coming
fuck
up.
up.
Valentine's Day. Almost there.
Valentine's Day, very
Valentine's
important.
Day. They
Don't
do
forget.
same-day delivery.
Oh.
Maybe expect a little something on your desk. You
Oh
never
my
know.
goodness.
I gotta send my mom something.
You can get
Yeah, you gotta
fresh
send your mom
flowers sent with them as well. You get $10 off when you spend $59 or more at edible.com. Code CuttingStems10. Okay, there we go.
Fabulous.
Now we can talk about week 3. First of all, how's everyone doing? It's been a while.
Why did that camera just zoom
That
in?
camera was really close.
You saw
really,
that, right?
Right up in your face.
And I really didn't like it at all.
I'm good. I don't know how the rest of you are.
And how was Disney?
Disney was great. It was my first time there.
Unbelievable. That was
not-
the happiest picture I've ever seen.
Yeah, no, it was
looked
good. And
wonderful.
Disney World wasn't a part of I never went there as a kid or anything
Yeah.
like that. It was never the place to go. But Frankie, who I do the golf podcast with, it is his favorite place in the world.
Love that.
So I sort of fed off his energy and we had a really good time.
Oh, what was your favorite part?
Oh, wow. Well, I got a really good brownie sundae at the end.
Ooh,
Really, just really spectacular.
Honestly, it's a place for sweets.
But
Yeah,
the
it is.
rides were good too. There, the fireworks show
Yeah.
behind the castle. The whole thing is just pure magic.
Just magic.
It is. I got to go back because I want to see. That's the thing that you don't realize. We were there for 4 or 5 hours and we saw very little of the parks.
Yeah.
Because
I was
there's
gonna
so
ask, what
much
parks
of
did
it.
you go to? Did you only go to one? Kingdom?
Animal Kingdom.
Oh,
And then
so fun.
Magic Kingdom.
Okay, yeah.
And we saw the Star Wars
Yeah.
stuff. But
gotta go to
At
Epcot.
MGM. Yeah.
right, that's the thing. People keep
Well,
saying
it's
you got to
not
go here, you
MGM
got to go
anymore.
there, and I want to go all over, but we
Universal.
just didn't have enough. Universal, that's where Harry Potter World is, right?
Universal.
Potter World, yep.
I,
Shocked Frankie Borelli didn't go to Harry Potter World.
well, he was all like
He was
in
just
his
too
own
much
head.
going on for him?
He was like, where
Yeah.
do we go? I got to show him the right things.
Yeah.
So next
Yeah.
time we go there, we'll definitely do Universal.
I think he made the right choice choosing Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom. Those
For
are the
first
most
time.
exciting.
For a first timer?
Definitely,
Okay.
yeah.
I really enjoyed myself. You really got to commit, and if you commit, you have a good time.
Yeah.
Because the people who are
Yes.
working there are committed, and the whole thing is it's a whole thing.
You just let yourself have fun. Let yourself
Right, because
have
I had a few
fun.
people being like, "Oh, are you a Disney adult?" And I'm like, I don't know. I'm a
maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe I
I'm
am.
a guy who I'm gonna embrace whatever we're doing. We're gonna have
Yeah.
fun, and that's
fun.
the best
I'm a
way
guy
to do
that went to
Disney.
Disney one time, my first time, and I enjoyed myself.
Yeah,
No.
I wore Mickey
That's
Mouse
allowed.
ears.
I
and had a
said
good
it's
You're
time.
allowed
more.
to do
I
that.
think Disney's more fun as an adult.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
You said that.
I
yeah.
said it literally. I went when I was 7, and then I went again when I was 16, and I had way more fun when I was 16.
A lot of kids, I will say.
Yeah, a lot of kids. A lot of kids.
Just a lot, but it was fun. I had a good
Gotta
time.
fight to the
kids. A lot of
How's everyone
kids.
else doing? Rhea, how are you?
Pretty good. Thanks for asking.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Kelly?
I'm all right. Just
good.
hanging in
Great.
there, you know.
All right, guys.
Battling on
let's,
the behalf of Taylor Swift.
I'm battling on
she
behalf
is,
of yeah.
yes.
This is my silent
She is.
battle that continues for Taylor. of course,
Unbelievable.
as
We
always.
don't have time to talk
I
about
know.
that. I'll
Don't have
take
time.
up the entire show.
Yep.
Week 3, we are picking up right where we left off, right? So Cassidy is very much in the mix. I have to say the 2-week to be continued made this extremely anticlimactic.
Yeah.
I gotta
Super.
say, I really did not care about Cassidy by the time we got to the beginning of this episode.
No.
Because I feel like we all knew she was just gonna be sent home.
Yeah.
And it was 10 minutes, and she tried to talk her way out of it. Clayton didn't care, and she was sent home. Did she deserve to be sent home at this time?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I really don't.
Yeah.
And I think that eventually she was going to be sent home because she was a bitch. She was pulling some strings, whatever. She was a villain role.
Yeah.
Probably not there for the right reasons, totally. But the reason she was sent home is because she was talking about how she has some fuckboy, no strings attached guy, whatever, on the side who was FaceTiming her as she was coming in, being like, oh my God, tell me all about it, whatever. I don't think that any one of these girls can say that they truly do not have somebody that they maybe still chit chat with or didn't totally close the book on before they left here. Not even in the way of we're dating, but just because clearly she's not dating that guy. They were just hooking up. Are you not allowed to hook up with anybody before you meet the Bachelor anymore? It's
She did make it very clear that she was dancing around it a little bit, and I understand why, where she was like, I haven't spoken with or talked to a guy who I'm interested in dating in a very long time. That is very selective language for a reason.
Yes, and I think that because she used that selective language, like, yeah, sure, maybe it's a little bit of like a lie by omission, but I also think that it's still valid. Like, she wasn't talking to somebody that she's trying to date. She's hooking up with this guy at home every once in a while, on occasion, probably maybe for a couple years, whatever. Clear that they wanted to date, they would have dated. They're not dating. She's on the fucking show. So doesn't it speak more to the fact that she's on the show still than just like if she wanted to date that guy, she'd go back to him. He FaceTimed her the day she was there, and she was like, nah, man, I gotta go hang out with Clayton. Wouldn't Clayton think that that's nice?
I think I agree with you, for the most part.
I feel confused about it because I feel like once you know you're going on the show, you should probably cut ties with people. You should probably be like, listen, I'm going on this show. We probably shouldn't do this thing anymore. But also at the end of the day, if you find out you're going on this show and then it's like weeks before you go on the show and you have a person you're hooking up with, but you're never gonna date them, like, you're gonna hook up with them a little bit?
Right, but also not even hook up with them right away. Like, in that, say you find out in like 3 weeks, I ship out. I'm going to Bachelor. I'm going to war.
You can't hold it in for 3 weeks.
No, but not even holding it in. Say all that we've found out is that she was on a FaceTime with this guy. Is she gonna cut whoever this man is? Probably in her life for years. She's just gonna be like, listen, I'm gonna answer your phone call right now because I'm here for love for Clayton. Like, I just can't imagine anyone doing that.
I just feel like you gotta cut it. You gotta cut it off before you go.
Yeah, and what if she was the one who wanted a relationship and he said no?
Good point.
True. Like, why is he still calling?
Yeah,
her, I guess?
like the way she worded it was like, it's someone that like I'm not pursuing a relationship with, but she didn't say it wasn't someone that she'd want to have a relationship with. Like, this could be, she said it was a younger guy who they've been hooking up on and off for a long time. So I'm telling you, when that, I feel like sometimes when that happens, like, she maybe at some point wanted that to be something more and it didn't, and now like,
I don't know. The vibe that she got, for her to be talking about it so casually doesn't make me think that it was like
either way, she just wanted to be on the show. We all saw her Instagram story. She's a little bit of a nutcase. She's talking about being an influencer. She's like talking to herself in her Instagram story, being like, I think I'd be a great influencer. And it's like, okay.
I would say overall it's a tricky precedent to set with this show. We already say show up single to paradise. Those lines are clear. Do not have a significant other when you show up. I think I side with Kelly on this one. It's a little too but what is the right time to cut it off? When you cut it off? And
but
I
if
think
the
Kelly's
Bachelor finds out about it,
that was what we said.
Then I think he does have to send her home.
Right, because he's kind of like, all right, well, there's 30 other women here right now. Why not just send her home? Because I have so many other choices right now. Why am I going to keep the one
it can't
that has
be
somebody
revealed.
else?
That's fair, but I will say, I do think that they like weirdly had a connection. Like, he did get along with her. There are other girls that he barely even spoke to, you know?
Her own damn fault for telling the other girls that she had a guy waiting in the wings to watch the show together when she left.
Yeah.
But the other girls in the house are wrong to then try to turn that into she's here just for followers. When it's like, come on.
So I did hear someone say, she's here just for followers, and it's disgusting. It's like, okay, honey, like, you are quite literally all there for followers. Come on, it's just, you just don't want to be the one who gets exposed.
Exactly.
And another thing that was a bit of a letdown for me, at least, was like, we had this big buildup, like, can you take back a rose? Can you take back a rose?
Yeah.
We knew she was getting sent home. I wanted to see Clayton physically take the rose from her.
We didn't get that.
And be like, you no longer have this.
Yeah.
Instead, he just walked her out. Yeah, like, I really...
Yeah, to take the rose from someone's hands feels much more dramatic.
That would be a historic moment we can refer back to all the time. Instead, she just kind of got walked out like it was a normal thing.
Yeah. And we knew it was coming, so it was like, whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so then because of the to be continued, we got put right into a rose ceremony where Kate, NC, and Tessa were sent home. I was very surprised by Kate and NC. NC seems really cool. Don't really know much about her. Just liked her vibe. Really have nothing more to say about it than that.
Also, I thought.
I know, I thought so too. And then Kate is the Selling Sunset girl. She works at the Oppenheim Group.
I think she's going to make it.
Early departure. I thought she was going to go farther too. It doesn't bode well for her.
I think she's going to be on.
You think she's going to be on Selling Sunset now?
I think she was posing with one of the short kings.
And
so I think that
Jason one of the Oppenheimer guys.
I don't know which one. Yeah.
Just a world I know nothing about. When you guys talk about the Oppenheimer Group, it feels like the Illuminati.
Yeah, I mean,
you gotta get to know them a little bit because it's very funny.
It's a good show. It's a good show. It's worth a couple episodes.
Yeah, you get but this is the thing. I was like, damn, she really did not get any airtime at all on this show,
Yeah.
barely
Yeah,
any.
no.
But maybe that'll help or not help. I'm not really sure. I like wrote down notes as we were going on, and after going home, I just wrote, Shanae sucks. I don't really have any context to that,
Shanae does suck.
except she was doing something that at that moment I clearly did not like.
She was saying, if I remember correctly, like, if Elizabeth gets a rose and I don't, I'm gonna be beside myself.
that is
you're
correct.
both getting roses. Come on, we know what you guys are not. That's not going away.
Shanae got the roses over NC, Kate, and people that we actually liked. So it was like,
Correct.
What
That very
She also
very
clearly
much.
sucked. Like if he's sending home Cassidy, he sends home Shanae. Like how does Shanae slip through the cracks and Cassidy gets like I don't agree with that at all.
We had two very different group dates this week. We can talk about both of them. One was with Caitlin Bristow in a dark auditorium to sit in a circle and talk about, past traumas and past feelings, and they put a warning on the screen and everything before
Trigger
these
warning.
women. And look, you got credit to all these ladies for sharing their stories and talking, and for Clayton for sharing how he's felt and how he has, come to love his body and these things that you don't really hear guys talk about a lot of times. But it was very serious, so
You're always talking shit about his
and it
size.
was very different than the Baywatch date.
You must feel like a real piece of shit.
You're always like, he's so big. By his hand.
He is big, all right?
He is big,
but like,
he is
it's
big.
not people.
No, I'm just kidding.
I say something about him every week about how big he is. I said if I put his jacket on, I'd look like Caleb Presley in a Sunday
Yes, you would.
conversation. But it's not like a diss. It's just an observation.
Yes.
I told him that.
Yes, I think
He's not
it was,
a bad
I also
babe.
think it was
No.
maybe more of like his younger self,
Yeah. I mean, look at him now.
Yeah.
Dude is.
He's the Bachelor.
Yeah,
He's
you think
jacked.
he's doing okay?
He is jacked. He took his shirt off like a lot this
So
episode.
much today.
So much
He
this
was.
episode.
Completely
I will
shirtless,
say.
almost
And
all
I'm
the
getting
time.
sunburned. I don't
Yeah,
know what it's
and
We can talk about this sunburn later.
he's having great moments with Serene, Susie's like connecting with all these girls, and then we could talk about the one-on-one date, but I want to just group the group dates together because then the other one was Baywatch, which seemed ridiculous until they played the commercial for Pam and Tommy on Hulu, and then it all made
then it all
sense.
made sense.
Yes.
Now we realize that basically
now
every
we
group
get
date
it.
we're getting
Yep.
is a subliminal ad for a new program coming to ABC
Yep.
or something under the Disney umbrella. Last time we got How I Met Your Father with Hilary Duff,
Yep.
and now we have them all dressed in the Baywatch classic red bathing suit because Pam and Tommy is coming to Hulu
Of course.
like next week.
I, for
course.
one, am shocked that they couldn't get Pamela Anderson.
Yeah, yes.
I'm also like
Yeah,
kind of
Nicole
shocked.
Eggert.
Like why not Pam? I think that the
Pam wants
can I say
nothing to
this
do
like
with
a
this
hot
show.
take?
No.
I think that the red Baywatch bathing suit is like the remakes of it now. The only time it ever looked hot was on the show Baywatch.
Yeah.
I feel like whenever anybody wears it now, it just looks like a huge bathing suit. Like it just
The
looks,
problem is it just will always look like a Halloween costume to me.
Yeah.
Like no matter what.
Yeah.
Like,
Interesting.
it's sexy and you can pull it off, but like if you're wearing that like actually to the beach, I feel like it's just
You look silly.
like
Also,
you're
or a
dressing up
lifeguard.
as
You
When
may
well.
look
I
like a
wear it,
lifeguard.
I
Lifeguards
look
wear it.
like a little boy because it's just like
Also, it's
pinning
so
down my
flat.
titties.
Yeah.
Whereas
No,
if I
no.
had big boobs, it'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm so voluptuous. But like otherwise, I look like I'm going to a swim meet and I'm 12 years old.
completely. It's so hard to like make
a
that
tough
bathing
one
suit
to
look
sell.
hot, honestly. I feel bad for those girls. I said this
They had to
too.
run in fake slow motion.
It's
like-
crazy. I said to these girls, and also, what's her face? Sarah, I guess the one-on-one date afterwards where they had to run around. Did we skip over that already? Or did we
Yeah,
talk about it?
I'm waiting to get to
We
the
she had to
one-on-one.
run around,
Yeah,
whatever.
I'm going out of order.
Do
a
they
little
tell
bit.
these girls like, hey, you're going to be scantily clad, like you're going to be wearing bikini bottoms, you're going to be wearing like a high-waisted
I
something?
know.
Like,
I guess
don't
they're
know. I
just
feel like
really you have to get like laser treatment before
must.
you leave
You
to go on
must.
The Bachelor.
because it's weeks.
Not to talk too much about hair removal, Trent, but
I don't care.
those
but it is
those
true. Like, I
high-strung
just-
bathing suits like that, you gotta really
You gotta figure it
you
out.
gotta
That's what I'm
make
saying. If you're
sure-
surprising me with a like a high cut
I would not
bikini
be
bottom,
prepared.
Yeah.
no way, never,
Same.
rarely. I don't even
Same.
wear those bathing suits. in
Trent
real
also
life.
would not be prepared.
Big same. Big problem.
They
No.
give you like a little banana hammock
Yeah.
and throwing
Really,
you out
like-
there.
I'm just getting on an airplane. I'm just finding the nearest airport and I'm
Completely.
going there.
You have to have
I
some
do not
in
want to skip
advance.
over Clayton's sunburn though. They
No.
although they showed
When did it happen?
I
they
don't
were
know.
lathering.
One second he was
Gradually
fine.
throughout the day.
One second he was fine, the next second he has a
But,
terrible
like,
tank top.
There
tan.
was like a part where everyone was lathering everyone up with suntan lotion.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
put a little bit on his nipples.
Yeah.
And then they must have missed his
Shanae
own.
did, don't worry.
His whole
Shanae,
body.
of course.
I like the way
The
you
way
just,
Trent
just
I like
did a
the way
little bit
you
on
just
his
like
nipples.
flick
Yeah.
your nipples.
And then yeah, he just had a weird sunburn. It looked very odd.
It looked like it hurt. It looked painful.
Yeah.
It looked like he was maybe putting it on and off when they were taking breaks filming, and like maybe we have 20 minutes over here, like during peak sun,
Right.
and that's when he got really scorched on his shoulders.
Yeah.
And then there's no going back once you get it. You know?
More nakedness on the one-on-one with Sarah, which Becca Kufrin was a part of.
Oh,
They went
Becca.
on a extreme scavenger hunt in their underwear, which was funny because it was just like, you now have to change into underwear. Like it was like they weren't wearing, neither of them were wearing those underwear.
Nope.
I think Sarah made a joke about being commando, but like she came out in a bathing suit pretty much. Like
Yeah.
it was, you know.
And like a workout top
Yeah.
and full coverage
Yeah.
bottoms. Like it was
Yeah,
not,
the full coverage bottoms are just, that's just
fine.
not underwear. You're just
No,
not
it's
wearing
not.
those
And
as
nobody's
underwear.
wearing those anymore. Everybody's
Right.
wearing thongs.
That's what I'm saying. So like that, you were right,
Yeah.
Rhea. I think you said it when they came out. They were just dressed to work out. Like I see people
Yeah.
at the gym that are.
They're just wearing like, and Clayton reshared, I tweeted like, there's no way that was Sarah's underwear.
There's just no.
And
Because later on,
he
she
was
put
like,
her
yeah,
top-
he had a shorter option to wear too. I
Oh,
mean, it was like, they
interesting.
were just like bathing suits. And then they had to sing.
Oh, that was worse than.
on a
That was
microphone.
worse.
Clayton really was like up in the microphone. Like he is somebody
He
who I
was.
think has never like
Yeah.
been on the mic before and just is like lips touching it like the whole
He
time. Thought it
changed
was
his
weird.
whole tone.
Yeah.
Like,
He's like, this is me, Clayton.
Yeah,
Like,
like,
it's like, I can't understand you. Like,
let's be
already.
honest though.
Sarah.
We're in front of microphones all the time, so we don't get excited. When I was younger and a microphone was put in front of my face, like I was getting real excited. I was changing my tone, you know? Microphones are
sure.
exciting when you're not around them a lot.
That is true. But you knew not to put it like inside your
No.
mouth when talking. You know
That
what I
actually
mean?
might be a stroke of genius because then he doesn't actually have to use his real singing voice. If
Maybe
you're
he's
just
being
like
silly.
right, if you're just being silly and pretending
what
to
they were
sing,
doing.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
if I had to actually sing into a microphone, no music, that it would not go well. And I feel like Clayton probably knows that, so he did like a weird Elvis impression.
Yeah, he did. And then Sarah rapped and it was uncomfortable, but they got
Yeah.
past it.
I wish everyone would
Never
stop
rap.
rapping. I wish
Yeah,
everyone would
never
stop
rap.
rapping.
Never
Like, why
rap.
are we
they,
rapping
They
still?
went to the Van Gogh exhibit, very beautiful. Beautiful
Beautiful.
setting for a date.
Beautiful.
Loved that.
Sarah opened up to Clayton. She is adopted. She was talking about that. And really, we just got to like learn a lot more about Sarah because I think, first of all, anytime you see like 23, 24 and younger on this show, you're kind of like,
Okay. Yeah.
you're
So
23.
Yeah.
You're
It's like,
so young.
You've
I'm not
many,
trying to get
you have
married.
many
And
years.
you like
yeah.
are like you seemingly have a great job in Manhattan. Like
Right. Just ride that wave for a
Just
little while
ride the
longer.
wave,
Yeah,
girl.
no need to
Ride.
muddy it up with all this.
ride the wave. But she gets a rose. There's a beautiful string quartet. It was stunning. It was absolutely
Yes.
You
stunning.
guys
stunning.
were
It's
blown away by
I
the string
love
quartet.
a string
How
quartet.
often do you
so
come across
much.
a string quartet?
I don't, but a string quartet playing like popular music,
Yeah, it's
love
wonderful.
it.
I
Okay.
said I detailed. I'm doing a
It's,
Taylor
it's
Swift
the,
candlelight string quartet thing.
It's the
middle of
Bridgerton.
February.
It's the Bridgerton effect.
It is. Vitamin string quartet.
Bridgerton. They did the first season, the soundtrack. They did all popular songs, but like string quartet. It was fantastic.
Interesting. I mean, I like it too, but you guys were really taken aback.
Yeah, I like it. I'm not like.
It's
Yeah.
just it brings me to
Craving a
tears.
string
It brings me to
quartet.
tears immediately. Like if I hear one song that I
Makes
know
me
in
think of a
strings,
wedding,
like it
like
makes
walking
me
down the
yeah,
aisle, I think
it makes me
string quartet.
cry.
I'm
No,
like that
every
with
time.
bagpipes. Anytime I hear
Yeah.
bagpipes.
Yeah.
That makes sense too,
Emotional.
though. Bagpipes are emotional. They bring something out. I'm like
They
that.
do.
If I hear a violin, I'm immediate tears.
Yeah.
Like it's just.
Bagpipe starts
it's
playing.
beautiful.
Tommy Boy, the movie. His
Oh,
dad
man.
dies. When Big Tom
Oh,
Callahan dies.
Well, that's so
Tommy's
sad.
walking
Yeah.
along the river, and it's just bagpipes.
Damn.
Makes me
Pretty
cry.
much the same as this date with Clayton and
Yeah.
Sarah just brought us to tears.
Yeah, literally.
I
Yeah.
think so too.
All right, of course, the Shanae and Elizabeth drama just continues to heat up, and we got this moment of Elizabeth making shrimp for everyone in the house, and then it seemed like Shanae ate all of her shrimp, there was a shrimp counter.
Shrimp counter.
There was 8 shrimp that Shanae took, so in honor of the 8 shrimp that Shanae took, we have more than 8 shrimp.
We have 10
We have 10 shrimp.
Oh, look at
10
this.
shrimp.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
crazy.
There are 10.
Really?
Oh, give us the sauces.
I'll
we
be
need a
honest,
cocktail sauce.
these look
Hell yeah.
fantastic.
I gotta be
This does
honest,
look
I
great.
haven't actually thought about anything that's been going on for the last 20
Yeah.
minutes. I've been staring at the shrimp in the corner
So-
the entire
We've been waiting
time.
for
So we just want to toast in
Yeah,
honor of
just
Shrimpgate. We're
shrimp
having
toast.
ourselves our own shrimp because why the hell not? I need a little lemon on mine.
Let's
You know?
see.
You want me to give yours?
Oh.
You want a little squirt?
Yeah, I want a little squirt. I would like a little squirt.
Jessica.
That excited me a lot.
Let's have Let's have, after we do this, let's have a real conversation about how many shrimp you think is too many.
Okay,
tips.
let's just toast about how ridiculous it is that they all thought about
Cheers.
shrimp tonight.
Oh.
Shrimp is a food that brings
that's all right,
people
that's all right.
together.
You sure? I'm sorry.
No, I love cocktail sauce.
Okay. In my family, we get shrimp every Christmas.
Us too.
We should have a whole thing of shrimp out.
Which kind of shrimp?
Yep.
Same thing.
Shrimp cocktail.
We have shrimp cocktail all the time.
Sorry to everyone else
Every
to
time
hear
it's
us too
snack.
now, but
Yeah, sorry.
it's honestly,
You guys don't squeeze the.
honestly a really good shrimp.
Delicious.
Yeah, I just didn't. I didn't feel like going in that
You
hard
gotta
on.
squeeze.
That was way better than I thought it was going to be, honestly.
That's definitely not the last one I'm eating during this.
No,
So
see,
I'm
I'm
very
actually just
curious.
going right in.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
going right in for the other one.
I can't
We're going
stop
right
it.
in. I'll continue.
I'm not stopping
I
now.
think
Yeah, keep it going.
So, Shanae made a big deal about how I guess maybe she made more shrimp, but then nobody wanted to eat her shrimp, and they're ignoring her, and Shrimpgate appears to continue to be a thing
And by
as
the way, Elizabeth-
show's going to go on.
Elizabeth did that as an olive branch. She said it before she made the shrimp.
Elizabeth seems so nice. Like,
Right.
it's just
Right.
so unfortunate that she
Poor
is
Elizabeth.
just...
She's got ADHD. She's nice.
Like, Shanae is coming at her from all angles.
For no reason.
She eating all of her shrimp, just making fun of her, calling her names that just aren't accurate at all, and then being like I sold Clayton that story so much. Like, they go on after the group date that they're on the Baywatch date, and she goes up to Clayton again, Shanae, and she's like, I'm still feeling bullied by Elizabeth. Like, she's toxic, she's a liar, she's a bully. And she puts on these tears, and she's crying, and then she all of a sudden she's happy and she's kissing him, and then in her interview, she's like, he believed it, he bought the whole thing, the tears and everything. She put on this whole
That was
drama
crazy
show.
that she said that.
Yeah.
I'm an
wild.
absolute monster. I'm sorry.
And also, no, I was going to do the same thing. And also, in what world? Here, no.
No,
here.
you get it. You get it. You get it. No, I've had
You
enough.
sure?
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Now I feel
I eat cocktail shrimp all the time.
Well, I'm gonna take it. If you guys aren't gonna
Okay.
argue over
I was.
shrimp.
Let's not argue over shrimp.
Yeah,
guys.
guys,
Also-
we don't need a cutting stem shrimp gate, okay?
No,
we
there's
already
no
have
gate.
one shrimp
There's
gate.
no shrimp gate.
It was very deceitful and deceptive of Shanae to do that, but it's not going to work. Like, something like that doesn't work. Fran's not even hearing me. She's just eating the shrimp.
It tastes really good.
It is really good shrimp.
No, you're right. It doesn't. It doesn't.
It
work.
doesn't work.
It doesn't
It's not
work
gonna
because it's
I'm
not
double dipping
just-
because
So am I.
there's
her-
no one else. All the shrimp's gone,
It's
so
not
I'm double
her
dipping.
word against Clayton's not only listening to her. Clayton's comparing notes, and then all these other
Right.
girls are comparing notes with each other. So when she makes up this crazy claim, it's not like Clayton can be like, oh, do I trust Elizabeth or do I trust Shanae? It's like, do I trust Shanae or do I trust Elizabeth and a house of 20 other girls that are saying the
And
same
you know what's
thing?
Right.
crazy? I'm getting frustrated with Clayton because, and maybe this will happen next episode, but he's clearly getting two completely different stories from Elizabeth and Shanae. All the other girls clearly see Shanae for what she is and for what's going on.
Yeah.
So just ask one other person.
Right.
Literally just ask one other girl and they'll be like, yeah, I mean, Shanae's making... Lindsay W.
Oh, poor Lindsay.
Sweet little Lindsay.
Sweet Lindsay W. comes out and she sits down and she says, oh, Noah's pissed. We didn't save him a shrimp.
He is? Is he really mad?
Oh, tell him I only ate 2. It wasn't on me.
He said.
I knew there wouldn't be enough
So
shrimp.
did you guys
I knew
actually?
it.
Did you guys not
Oh my
actually
God.
not save me
you
a
guys
shrimp?
really not
Fucked up.
saving me a shrimp.
I'm not gonna lie. Didn't even cross my mind.
No
Noah.
comment.
I knew
Anyway. No, Lindsay W. comes out. She sits down.
I have zero
Sweet,
regrets about that.
Oh,
It
yeah,
tasted
no,
really good.
I-
innocent Lindsay sits down and says, do you guys think I bullied Elizabeth?
It was so
It came out of nowhere so clearly at some point. I mean, Shanae, did you bully Shanae? It means at some point, Shanae also in her conversation with Clayton said Lindsay W. was also bullying her. Like, he named multiple names.
Which she
named multiple
literally
names.
upon hearing that, it was as if she was about to have a mental breakdown. Like no one has ever in her life
I know.
accused her of bullying anyone,
Right.
and so her hearing this information, she was crying tears.
Maybe
was crying
she
tears at
needed
the
that
thought
a
of
little
it.
bit though.
Yeah, maybe, right? Like just a little kick in the ass, a little
She
excitement.
was so
like, hey,
sad.
bitch.
I don't
She
know.
was
That wasn't
so
the right
sad.
time.
No, it wasn't right. It wasn't right.
Like tears in her eyes, like.
And they didn't show the conversation with Clayton either. He clearly was like, "Are you bullying Shanae?"
Yeah, right. Like
And
she must have
came
come
like,
back.
What?
Do you guys think I bullied Shanae? Unbelievable. She's just on an
whatever.
absolute tirade right now. We'll see what happens because he did after he gave out the group date rose. He said, he's been hearing things. He's going to address it next week. So we'll hear it then.
And also Elizabeth is at her breaking point. Because she, imagine.
As she should be. She's done nothing.
That'll drive you insane. Like every time you sit down with Clayton, and she referred to this being like, I can't even really talk to you anymore because I sit down with you and it's just questions about Shanae and whether or not I'm bullying her. And she's gonna go crazy because she's being accused of something that's not actually happening.
Yeah.
That has to drive someone mad.
And she's cool. Like Elizabeth's cool. We've consistently liked her this whole time, I think.
We have.
We could shrimp for everybody?
Yeah. With garlic and butter.
That's
delicious.
awesome.
It looked amazing.
Delicious.
It looked
I
amazing.
want to be friends with her.
And Shanae ate 8 of
She's
them.
gonna make me.
She's got pretty eyes.
Yeah,
She does?
Yeah.
8 is
Eight
a lot to have when someone else is making it.
Yeah.
If you have 8 shrimp and it was delivered at a party, then go ahead.
Yeah.
And also, not to be on Shanae's side in anything, but like, I would hate to have a camera on me when there's like food available to anybody. I'd just be in there I'd take 15 of those shrimp probably.
That's super fair.
Yeah.
All right, Gabby got the group date rose. I think she had a little bit more time to shine this group date. She seems very like fun and goofy, which I think Clayton is gonna like a lot. I want to go to you for questions, but I see that this is just not loading.
It's just
so
not loading.
maybe I should.
Your phone's super broken.
Oh, yes.
That happened recently,
Maybe
right?
It happened
Except
yesterday.
I gotta turn my sound off. Oh boy.
Super
Okay,
cracked
here
my
we
phone
go. I'm
yesterday.
past this.
Super
I'll
crap.
pass this over to you.
Can you see?
And if you want to just take my phone.
Yeah.
We're gonna take questions now from the YouTube chat.
And I did write. I got questions in before everything froze.
Nice.
So people know that it's question time.
Okay. Rhea's gonna read questions from all of you fine folk watching tonight.
Okay. Do we think that Sierra is secretly stirring the pot? She was the one to spill about Cassidy and then confront Shanae.
No, I like Sierra. I think she's just sees a phony for a phony.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, whether you agree or disagree with Cassidy having to go home for that reason, she still was brutal.
Yeah.
She was
still brutal.
Yeah, She was her day was coming.
Exactly.
It didn't have to be this day, but it was
right. It was coming.
The real shrimp game was us not leaving Noah.
Honestly,
we actually really did create our own shrimp gate that we did not shrimp for Noah.
Shrimp is a controversial topic.
I thought we were each having 2, and then there'd be 2 left.
I know. I thought we were getting 8. I thought it was going to be perfect for 2 each, and yeah.
I'm with Rhea.
I'm sorry.
I really don't. I love shrimp.
Yeah.
Shrimp are great.
My outfit's from Target, by the way. People were asking me.
Yeah.
By the way, my outfit's from
So I'm getting a lot of comments on my outfit.
Getting a lot of questions about my nightly facial routine.
Everyone's dying to know
So
my
you guys
outfits
keep asking about my
Those
skincare.
are my favorite influencer videos. Being like,
Everyone's asking.
I've been getting tons of questions about my routine.
I must have gotten 6 billion requests about my routine, my nightly routine.
It's like I just had really gotten a lot. Like it's just so many. I must address it.
There was
Just
one
one person,
comment.
it's like, what is that?
There was one comment asking.
And that's how the influencers do it too.
That's how you do it.
There was one comment.
That's a masterclass right there.
How do we get justice for Elizabeth?
I don't know, but we need to do something because
Someone needs to tell Clayton about the ADHD conversation. That's the only thing
How
that
has
needs to
Clayton
happen.
not been told about that?
I don't know.
That's insane.
There was a very
Of all the snitching that's happening, and Clayton no one told Clayton about that?
I actually think we got to peek into that because during tonight's episode, at one point, I forget if he's talking to Elizabeth or Shanae, he says, can you two get together and just work that out?
Can you just figure it out? Just like figure it the fuck out, please.
Right, like
I'm done.
most Bachelorettes would be like, let's all 3 get together and figure it out. He was like, why don't you 2 on your own time figure that out? Because I don't want to have to deal with it.
That was a good move.
Yeah.
I wish that we could do a 2-on-1 date with these 2 bitches. When will they bring back the 2-on-1 dates? Maybe it's 2 like directly against each other.
I don't
They
know.
don't like them anymore.
I don't
But
know.
how good would they be?
It's been a while.
What was the last one? Like
Years, seasons.
I'm picturing. Who am I picturing? Oh shit.
I don't even know.
It's been a long time. I don't even know if it was.
I'm not gonna be able to pull it.
I don't recall.
The last one I remember is like Aaron and Chad or whatever the fuck. But I'm sure there was one at least after that. But that was so long ago.
Well, Elizabeth, just know we stand with you.
Yeah, we love Elizabeth.
Do we think that he's going to end up sending Shanae and Cassidy home at the same time?
Cassie's, you mean Shanae?
I mean
Elizabeth?
Shanae and Elizabeth.
Oh.
Sorry.
I
No.
hope not.
No, I think Shanae will go home first.
I think so.
Because Shanae can't keep this up for that much longer. Like, I mean, she is like making out with him any chance she can. Like, maybe she's gonna just play that
What
game.
if Shanae is one of the girls that he sleeps with?
She might be.
I think she might be too.
I think she might be.
I think she might be, and that would be amazing.
I think
Courtney
like
Robertson on
he
our
might
hands.
just like.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I think he might get real horny and
Something about a crazy girl like Shanae.
and just hook up with
That's
Shanae,
facts.
and then have to
Facts.
tell all the girls that he had sex with Shanae.
Yep.
Right, I don't trust.
He would be so pissed.
At this moment in time, I don't trust Clayton to be sending home the good-looking blonde who keeps making out with him.
Yeah.
He just doesn't have
Agreed.
that in him right now.
Agreed.
So I think you guys could be right.
Very much agreed.
Do we think it's a double standard that Cassie wasn't allowed to have a friends with benefits, and yet Sally was literally due to get married that weekend and got offered a rose?
Damn, that's
Yeah.
so true.
I guess it's just the way you sell your story, you know? Sally sold it as I went through this and like I'm ready to move on to the next chapter of my life. And Cassie was like, yeah, I got a friend who, I hang out with from time to time.
I can't stop asking the same questions about that. I just feel like people are like,
two completely different things.
should you have broken it off before you went there? But there wasn't anything to break off. Is she supposed to break off this years-long fuck buddy thing she's got going on? Like, listen, I know we've been hooking around up for years. Like, it's been like 5 years of our lives, but not anymore. It ends today. Like, that's just not.
I also just can't compare to Sally because Sally, like,
It ends when someone gets married.
Sally was like a fake person on the show. Like Sally was like, producers were sending Sally in to be a night one drama.
You guys scare me
engagement.
because you're like a few years older than me. You have like more life experience, and it like scares me a little bit.
I feel like that's what I'm saying.
Like
I
you
feel like
saying that people don't end their friends with benefits until they get married.
If
It's
you
like,
end
what
your
are they
friends with
doing?
benefits and you're not in like a very serious relationship, you're playing yourself. Like what?
Oh my God.
That's crazy to me.
I love this part of Kelly's part of the show. Where she's like, friends with benefits last for decades, okay?
Do not turn away viable.
You really don't. You really don't. I'm just saying, like.
Yeah.
Unless I don't know. I don't know,
I
man.
think
Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm
No,
alone.
I do think you are right, and I think all the girls in the show and all the guys that come on these shows, like, if you're gonna start to dip into that world, then we might as well just scrap it all because
right.
it's
no one
like
is that honest, I guess.
That's
no
right.
one is that honest.
That's right.
I just when it comes to this comparison, I don't think Sally was ever going to spend more than 2 hours like on set of The Bachelor. Like I think she was there for the sole purpose of being like, this is the day I was supposed to get married, and now I gotta go home, and like that was it.
That was good.
So,
Yeah.
Thanks.
That was the final question.
Okay, that was the final question. All right, so let's cut some stems and give out some roses. I'm gonna start with you, Rhea.
I'm gonna give my rose to Clayton because I feel like he has taken quite a lot of heat from the group tonight on Twitter, maybe about his sunburns and everything he's wearing, and maybe we didn't say it publicly,
Trent
but
and Kelly were very
you guys
critical
were
about
very
saying
critical about his outfits the entire
today.
night.
Yeah, he's got bad outfits.
Sometimes the things I say they're not criticisms, they're observations.
observations.
Like that leather jacket was just like I was just like, that's a leather jacket.
This is the thing.
This man's wearing hoodies and blazers. It's just not
I
even look.
kinda like the hoodie
Every
and
time he took
blazer
his
look.
shirt off,
Not
it
gonna-
was
not gonna lie.
astonishing how big he was.
You're with
I
me.
said the same thing.
You're
I
with
did.
me.
I said.
And
And he took his shirt off a lot, so rose
did.
for him.
And I'm not.
He's got a good body. He's got a good body. Great.
I didn't
great
mind
cut.
the blazer and the hoodie.
I like a blazer and hoodie look. I think
did
it's
not
kind of
mind
hot.
it either.
I just feel like you look like you look like Mark Zuckerberg.
No,
walking into
blazer,
the meeting with your
hoodie.
fuck you flip flops. Like that's
No,
what I feel like.
blazer, hoodie, like pants, and cool sneakers. It's good look.
Yeah.
For what?
liked
Like
it.
for what occasion?
Maybe a hat.
Ew. Oh, no, you lost me. You lost me.
I can't.
This is how we dress Noah for the People's Choice Awards.
No. Like a hoodie and a blazer. I can't. Did Noah wear a hoodie and a blazer?
Oh my
Or
God.
a t-shirt. No, like a cool t-shirt and a
t-shirt.
blazer.
A cool t-shirt and a blazer is way different than a hoodie and a blazer.
It kind of has the same vibe to
It
me.
was a sweater hoodie though. Like it
True.
wasn't like a sweatshirt.
Which wasn't so bad.
It
but
was
they-
a sweater
but then why not wear a
material.
crew neck sweater underneath it? That's so much classier.
Take
Like,
it
why you
up
gotta
with-
put
Yeah,
that?
but it makes
Take
it
it up
cooler
with,
to wear the hoodie.
What's his face?
Is
Carrie.
Is
the
he
stylist.
styling though? Because
Yes.
what happened to you, Carrie?
Well, I mean, he styles every Bachelor, Bachelorette. You're telling me he just stops with Clayton?
That's what I'm saying. But
It's also, they're probably
usually
just
am
getting what
in
sizes
line.
are available.
Carrie Foreman.
That's why my rose goes to Clayton. That's why it goes to Clayton. Okay.
Like, what do they got? They got a huge
If that's
leather
the case,
jacket.
if that's the case, then he can wear whatever the fuck he wants. And
I
I won't say
apologize for that one.
shit.
That was
Say
shit talking.
shit.
I apologize for
Because
that.
you're right. That might
I
be the case.
am
That might be the
cutting.
case.
I'm thinking about Clayton shopping at like the extra large,
The big and tall.
big and tall store. Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna leave you out of this one, even though for that comment, I should put you in.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna cut Trent and Kelly steps.
Oh.
'Cause I feel like they've been against us this whole cutting steps.
Wow.
I feel like they've been against us,
We're ganging up.
and I want to cut them.
Damn.
Mainly because I don't really remember the rest.
Just
I think
saying.
you're just looking for an easy
I don't
way out.
really,
Yeah.
honestly, I don't know whose stem to cut, and you guys are sitting right in front of me. Fran's to my
I'll
right
take
of
it.
me, and I don't want to cut hers.
That's fine.
I'll take some cuts.
Yeah, well, I'm fine with that.
Snip, snip.
I'll go.
This blood runs deep.
Trent?
I'll go next.
Couldn't go
next.
next.
I wrote them down because I forgot.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
I don't even know
Wow,
what I'm
came
doing
prepared,
yet.
huh?
I was what?
Yeah, good for you.
Nice little notes app.
A little prep.
I mean, I gave my rose to.
Rose, something?
Yeah.
Stem, something. Or no, I'm sorry, it says cut stem.
Oh.
It's funny. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
Kelly's
giving my
Stop
rose.
cheating.
I gotta relax.
I'm giving my rose to the shrimp counter.
Yeah.
I really like that. I like
That
when
was
they do
innovative.
when
We
they
love
do
the shrimp
stupid
counter.
shit like that, I love it.
That was a little Paradise-esque.
Right.
Yeah.
And they mix in a little bit of that, and it's not too much. It doesn't get too campy. I like that.
Yep.
And then this one doesn't make a ton of sense. Well, I want to cut Clayton's sunburn, but I want to cut the job of putting on
Yeah.
sunscreen, I guess.
Yeah.
One of those.
You want to cut
Whatever
his
you wanna put
ability
up
to
there.
protect his skin.
Yeah, I want him to be safe.
Yeah.
You know,
Clayton thinks he's tougher than the sun.
Yeah.
the fucking sun.
The sun.
Yeah.
Well, he does think he's
I've
something.
been waiting to get that
It
one.
makes you so much tougher than the sun.
I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate that I just said that.
I'm shocked you didn't throw that out
Well, honestly, there was, if you rewind this episode, you can go back. There was a time where I let out a big chuckle.
What popped in your head?
No one caught it, and I looked at Devin. I don't even know if she caught, like, the fact that I laughed at myself, and then I was like, don't say it. It's not going to come out right.
That's a deep cut these days.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that feels like it happened 100 years ago.
Yeah,
it was.
But yeah, those are mine. The sun, whatever we put up there. Yeah, Clayton's sunburn. I like
Clayton
that.
Summer.
Yep.
That's a good one.
Perfect.
Kelly, go ahead.
Ooh, we've been laughing all this time. I don't even know what to do. You know who I'm gonna give my rose to?
Who?
Even though she's gone? Cassidy.
Oh,
Wow.
I'm gonna let her get
I mean,
her
you
fuck on as
have
much
been,
as she wants.
You have been Team Cassidy.
Yeah.
I have been this whole time.
Yeah.
I really have been, and I just don't.
For the sole reason
yes.
you support her having a younger
I
fuckboy.
support her having a
That
young
she
fuckboy, but I
just
also
bangs
support.
on the side.
Right, like whatever, man. Like literally whatever. Like
Free love, baby. It's free love. Come on, man.
I just,
Come on.
the year
I feel like
2022,
I feel
we're
like
shaming this girl
Kelly for having sex with a younger guy on the
Kelly
side. Who
is
cares?
seeing a little bit of too much of herself in Cassidy.
I am.
We
I
call
am.
that projecting.
Projecting, big time projecting. But I do like her, and I liked her from the beginning. I thought she was a good character. I thought she was like a good villain. I think
Yeah.
at the time was too soon. I give her her rose. I'll
Yeah.
miss her.
I think
whatever.
I would have actually preferred her to be the villain over Shanae.
Completely. She was
Like
just
I
about
think
a villain.
like Cassidy was more of like a drama villain, and you could
Shanae's
tell
like the
Cassidy
follower
was
villain.
annoying.
Like Cassidy was like putting on a show, and like Shanae,
Exactly.
I think she like is buying what
She's
selling.
doing it. I say
Yeah.
she's doing it for real. Cassidy's like
Yeah.
playing a game. This girl's doing it for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give her my rose. I'm gonna cut the stem of whoever's idea it is to have them put on bathing suits and underwear unannounced.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut the stem of that person. Maybe
Yeah.
they are announced, but whoever is like, surprise, you're in a bathing suit. I don't think that that's nice. So I'm cutting their stem.
Okay, very nice.
I like it.
I am gonna go. I'm gonna give my rose to Gabby. I like Gabby.
Oh, this girl gets 2 roses tonight?
Yeah. Yes. I think Gabby.
She is. I like Gabby.
I think Gabby's flying under the radar. Well, she got a rose on the show.
Who else give it? Oh. I was like, who else is giving her a rose?
I like her because she's just
seems
like
nice.
Yeah, she's
like
fine.
She seems she's like the only one that is able to laugh at herself at this point. Like
That's
I'm
true.
just would like a girl that can actually
She's
hang
silly.
out. She seems very cool. Stem cut. I'm actually going opposite of you, Kelly, because Cassidy asking Lindsay W.
Second time.
That is the second time you have gone for the fist bump. I've taken it, but I've accepted.
I'm going to cut it off.
I would like to cut the stem of that fist
Alright.
bump. And also Cassidy telling, we didn't talk about this, but Cassidy telling Lindsay W, like, what do you have planned for your exit interview?
Oh yeah, no, that was Hunter, I thought.
Oh, Hunter.
Which is
Hunter. It was Hunter.
It's just I'm giving her more
Cassidy-
roses because you reminded me of that
Yes.
story. That was
Cassidy
such a good
saying
thing.
that
Damn,
is
so
so
bitchy.
ruthless.
So
to be
mean.
like, oh, honey. Like with her rose in her hand, like, do you have your exit interview planned?
Oh my God,
So
it's just
bitchy.
so vile. Oh, I love
So
it. I love it. I
It
love
is.
a true
It's
bitch.
such
Yeah.
a fine line to walk, like talking about it when you're like, oh, this person's the worst, but also you're kind of like, that's pretty great.
Yeah.
Like that's the villain you want.
Also,
Yeah.
the best thing is, I don't even think that was on camera anywhere. We didn't see that. She just
No.
was saying that on the side, like, oof, you got your exit interview planned? Like,
Yeah.
oof. She's just bad to the
Cold.
bone. I love
She's
it.
cold.
Cassidy for life.
She is cold. She'll be great on Paradise.
I love her.
Just waiting for my stem cut to appear on the screen.
Let's show
before
some
I-
respect.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Still
Yeah.
not getting a shrimp.
I know.
Dad.
I apologize for the shrimp. I don't know what to tell you.
We'll get Noah some shrimp maybe next week.
Yeah.
We'll get him
Shrimpgate will continue because I think Shrimpgate is going to continue for the rest.
Because they showed them like cooking shrimp.
Yeah, they talked about
they're making shrimp next week too.
They are, yeah.
We do.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it on the side. All right, guys, I think that wraps it up for week 3 of The Bachelor. Just a remindable.
I love that word.
A remindable, edible.
Yeah. How many times?
So many.
Edible.com.
Can we get a fist bump counter?
Yeah. In the shape
3.
of a shrimp.
We hit 3. Edible.com for your edible arrangements. Use Cutting Stems 10 for $10 off your order of $59 or more, and we will be back next week.
Come on.
Cutie pie.
It's even slower this week. Just, hey.
Do this.
Ooh.